Mike Moore Media.
I'm talking to Captain Brian Oakley with the Reidsville Police Department. Captain Oakley, it's nice to have you on the program. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you, Mike?
I'm doing fine, thanks. Well, I know you are in the Investigations Division. We'll talk about that certainly and that work. But before we do that, let's get some background. How did you get started in law enforcement, Captain Oakley?
My father was a police officer my whole life, my whole childhood, and I guess I kind of followed his footsteps, and I went to basic law enforcement training number 1 at Rockingham Community College, and started at the Stokes County Sheriff's Department in 1995 and moved to Reidsville in 98, and I'm still here.
Wow, so you've been there since 1998. That's a pretty good time of being there.
Yes, sir. I've worked my way through. I've worked pretty much every position in the police department, from patrol to now captain.
Okay. So give us that breakdown for those of us that don't know. What are the ranks that you've worked through?
Started off as a police officer working the road. Then I was promoted to a sergeant in 2004, I believe. Then in 2007, I was promoted to lieutenant. And in 2015, I was promoted to captain. Mm-hmm. And I've worked patrol division, community policing division, administration, and detective.
Wow! So you've kind of covered it all. It sounds like with Reidsville PD.
Yes, sir.
What are some of the things that maybe some of your favorite positions and some of the things that you've really enjoyed most over the years?
Probably my favorite position is supervising the Narcotics Division. Seeing the difference you make, getting the drugs off the street so people don't have access to them, it saves lives. I also enjoyed running a patrol shift. You actually dealing with the citizens every day and making a positive difference for the community.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Good to be out there in the community when you can, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Well, I know in the media here we get those news releases, and we just had that big drug bust and those arrests there just within the last week or so, and we see those and we have those on the news, but as a general rule, people don't have any idea what goes on behind the scenes to get to that point A to point B, to make those arrests. Tell us about the Investigations Division at the Reidsville Police Department. How does that all work?
The Investigations Division is broke up into 2 different sections. We have the criminal investigators, which we have 6, which one of them includes a sergeant, and they investigate anything from homicide to larceny. All felonies are investigated by the Detective Division. Unless a police officer catches somebody with a felony, they take care of it. But if they take a report of a felony, the Detective Division takes that case and works it and tries their best to solve it.
Okay.
And then the Narcotics Division, they work, of course, narcotics, prostitution, gambling, underage drinking campaign, or not drinking, but underage sale of alcohol campaigns and stuff such as that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that really covers a lot. Just the Investigations Division.
Yes, sir. It's time consuming. I mean, each of my investigators have probably anywhere from 10 to 20 cases apiece. They're working at one time. We try to keep it around 10 to 15 cases. Mm-hmm. But it's a lot of work and a lot of effort. But we've got some very smart and intelligent detectives, and they do a great job.
And that kind of brings up the training that's involved in being a police officer. There's a lot more than people realize, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
We have specialized training for. First you have to go to basic law enforcement training, but then over the years as a police officer you go to different kind of trainings. But as an investigator you go to specialized training such as narcotics training, homicide investigation, fraud investigations, child crime investigation, elder abuse investigations. I mean, and it just goes on and on and on at the different kinds of investigations we do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, now, for instance, the one that that you just had with the arrest, shade tree operation there, you were calling it. And I can see that was a nice shade tree out in the front yard. I get the name. Yeah. That took how long to get to that, the final results there and the arrest and everything? That was sometimes these investigations take weeks and months, don't they?
I think that investigation was probably 3 or 4 months long.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Well, thanks to your team there and everybody for taking care of things in all those different areas you're talking about. Is there? I know you've got some tips you wanted to share with us. You want to get right into those, or some other things we need to talk about first?
Well, I would like to give some tips. You know, a lot of our vehicle breaking and enterings and large motor vehicles, the doors are left unlocked. You know, and you know, a lot of times people just walking around. A criminal might be walking around to a neighborhood and checking to see if doors are unlocked. They are unlocked. They go in it and take what they can find, or if they find a set of keys in there, they take the car sometime.
Yeah. You know, really, it's not a B&E, because you've kind of made it really easy for him, haven't you?
Well, by law, it's a B&E, but
right.
yes, it have made it easy for them, and it's a crime of opportunity for them, and that accounts for a lot of our breaking and enterings and our larcenies, larceny motor vehicles. You know, most of them have the keys in it. You know, if you park your car at the gas station and go in to pay and leave it running as a pump, I mean, it's a big chance you're taking.
Yeah, sure. Here, take my car. Yeah,
and,
okay.
Then, secondly, if you see something, say something. You know, we have a lot of crimes that we're looking into, and we know we have witnesses because you know, there's people around when it happened. But we need the community's help to talk to us and let us know what they saw, and so we can solve the crime. And if it was me, what I'd ask people to put themselves in the victim's position, and how would they feel if they knew that somebody knew what happened but wouldn't say anything.
That's a good way to look at it. Yeah. And, you know, I guess that's where we ought to get in a plug for Crime Stoppers of Rockingham County, because that's been extremely helpful over the years, and people can report those crimes and information anonymously. Absolutely, and
actually, Captain Hintz and the Crime Stoppers meeting today, and we've had some Crime Stoppers tips that we're going to be paying out on.
Mm-hmm. Oh, good. Okay. Yeah, that works, doesn't it?
Yes, sir, it does.
Okay.
You know, we've actually we have a reward for information on the up to $2,000 for the person shooting on Wentworth Street, and we have up to the reward for the homicide investigation we have on Sherwood Drive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those are ongoing right now.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Some more tips that we can help ourselves.
Be careful of scammers. You know, internet crimes. People calling on the phone telling you've won a lottery. I mean, if you hadn't played a lottery, you didn't win the lottery.
Right.
I've investigated crimes where people have lost their whole life savings on, you know, somebody in another country has played some scam on them, and it's just unfortunate. But if it seems too good to be true, more than likely it is.
Yeah, yeah.
And, you know, to call us, and the FBI actually has a website. If you feel like somebody may be trying to scam you, you can report it to www.ic3, the number 3.gov.
Okay.
That's ic3.gov.
Okay, so that's connected there to the FBI.
Yes, they go straight to the FBI because they have a task force that just works cyber crimes and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That seems to be on the increase. You think? I don't see any sign of that letting up. They're getting smarter and smarter, the scammers, aren't they?
Absolutely. I was just watching a video just a few minutes ago on Bitcoin scams and how to investigate those. And it's different scams. They come up with different things every day. I've had people called, said their kids was in jail in some location, said they need to go get green cards or some kind of card at a store and come back and give the number, and they would release the kid from jail, and the kid never was locked up. and the kid. I mean, it's just
Yeah. And I've heard of these before, and I had my first one, Captain Oakley, just about a month ago. Someone called saying that they were my grandson.
right.
Well, there's a good clue right there because I don't have a grandson. I've got granddaughters. It was kind of interesting to hear that there on the phone, but took care of that real fast.
Yes, sir. They pretty smooth. Some of them are, and some of them do the research. They research who you are and your family, and they know things about you, so you think they know what they're talking about.
Sure.
I've received them, and and I especially like they call, say I'm from such and such bank, and it's the bank I bank with. Well, I tell them, well, let me call my local branch and talk to them about this. I'm not talking to you about this on the phone. Never give you information out on the phone. If they say it's your bank, you go to your bank and talk to your bank, or you call your bank directly. And I just hang up on the person that you're dealing with, because you don't even know if it's a scam. You can talk directly with somebody in person that you know is not scamming you.
Yeah. I know we have warnings all the time for our older population, but younger people get scammed too pretty easily. Intelligent people.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, those are some good tips. Thank you for that. We have a couple of minutes left. Anything you'd like to say? I want to ask you before we get away, though, about becoming a member of the team, law enforcement. I know it's a challenging times to be in law enforcement. You're out there every day. There's so many unknowns, but always looking for good people, aren't you?
Yes, sir. We're looking for good people, and Reidsville's got a great police department. It's a great place to work. We've got great citizens in Reidsville. I've been here for a long time, and I couldn't think of a better place to work with the community. The community treats us well. Across the nation there might be some cities and states that don't like their police department, but our city seems to love us, and they show it by they give us support. They pat us on the back. They thank us when they see us. I mean, it's real nice the way the community treats us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, they appreciate you for sure. We all do, and I follow your Facebook page, and I'll mention that here at the end too. And I see those where people are recognizing you and just appreciate what you do. So just two words: thank you to you. You're 24 years of service there at the Reidsville Police Department. Thank you for that, Captain Oakley.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
It's good to talk to you. I appreciate anything else we need to cover before we wrap up?
I can't think of anything, but I appreciate you doing this, and see anything we do to help you or anybody in the community, let us know.
What's the best way to get in touch with the Reidsville Police Department if we need somebody?
The general number is 336-349-1010, and somebody in our dispatch office not dispatch, but our community public service office will answer the phone and lead you to the right location. If you need patrol, they can get you to the patrol. If they need a detective, they can get you to the detective. Or if you need administration, they can get you to the administration. Okay. Easy number to remember, 349-1010. Okay. Thank you, Captain Oakley. I appreciate your time. Appreciate your service. Thank you, and you have a great day. You do, too. Bye. All right. I hope you are listening closely. Some good information there from Captain Brian Oakley with the Reidsville Police Department. He's in the Investigations Division. I've been with the Reidsville Police Department a number of years, and we certainly appreciate him and everyone in law enforcement. Those two words again, let me say thank you for your service. And let me remind you, too, to go to their Facebook page. Lots of good information there. That's Reidsville Police Department.